Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 with Sampdoria in Serie A. We are on to episode 2 of season 5 and we are still doing alright. We have lost another match. We are currently sat third place in the table, but we are just 1 point behind league leaders Inter Milan. Today we're going to be up against Napoli and somebody else who I'm not quite sure we're going to play yet. So yes, league table-wise then, we are, as I've mentioned, in third place in the table. We are joint second top scorers in the league with 13 goals scored. We have one of the best defences in the league as well, only 4 goals conceded. However, I've just spotted Juve are 13th with 5 draws. They're all going to be 0-0s, aren't they? Yep, 5 0-0 draws. They've scored 2 goals all season and conceded 2 goals. What's going on with... Anyway, that's not what we're here for. We, third place in the table, we are behind Cagliari and Inter Milan. Let's quickly talk about the fixtures. There's a reason why we're behind Cagliari and Inter Milan, to be honest, because we lost to those as well. We started off in between episodes then with a 1-0 victory against Salernitana. Rashedli Bazua, who is currently the highest average rating player in the entire league at the moment with the only goal of this game. Then a 1-0 defeat against Cagliari. Aubameyang with the only goal of the game here. Bologna were up next, 4-0, comfortable victory here. Kolev, Guillon and Rosenda with 2. Celtic in the Champions League, 2-0 victory. William Leon and Tahith Chong, and then Cittadella, Cedric Itten and William Leon. Yes, yep, Itten scored. Itten played. I think he started as well, if I remember correctly. He played. That's what we're doing today. We're doing Napoli and Liverpool. This is quite a big Champions League match, isn't it? Without further ado, let's jump in to the first match of the episode against our feeder club. They are still our parent club, despite the fact that we have beaten them in the league every season. Maybe the first season they didn't beat us, but every other season we have beaten them, and obviously last season we were champions of Italy, yet they're still our parent club. Napoli are our opponents. They are down in 6th place, so not too far off the pace. This is kind of an important game. We need to win this one. So my next door neighbour right now is currently revving the engine of their boat on their front driveway, so apologies if you hear in the background like a low rumbling. I'm going to hopefully try and not get it included, so when they start revving big time I'm just going to stop recording. Anyway, the starting lineup then for the Napoli game, and you'll notice we're playing a slightly different formation. We are playing a 4-2-2-2, I guess is what you'd probably call it. I changed to this formation after the defeat against Cagliari, and it seems to be working, so we're sticking with it. It's going to be Livakovic in goal, Tripadelli, Sturgeon, Vallejo and Foyth as that back four. Guillon and Bazua as the central midfielders. Chong and Bellingham as the wingers, with William Leon and Gonzalo Iribarren as our striker. I completely ignored the fact that Iribarren, by the way, in the last episode, was out injured. That is why he basically didn't play the first couple of matches. He was out injured. He came back for, I can't remember, some match earlier on. So yeah, he's back. Top scorer from last season is back in the starting 11. Ah yes, Napoli with their invisible kit. Their camouflage kit, which is not going to be fun to try and commentate on because I'm not going to be able to see their players. Actually, it might be quite easy because we are having 0 highlights. We've got one now. I'm going to give him a get creative. Guillon with the ball. He's going to play a long ball across. Finds Rashedli Bazua. He can play it across once again. Chong can run at the defence. Leon's making a run. Goes backwards instead to Foyth. Foyth down the right-hand side. Crosses in. Hits the first man. And hopefully we can get there first. Vallejo does get there first, and the Spaniard can play it into the middle. Finds Guillon. He's going to go back to Vallejo. We need to just try and break our way through. That is not how you break your way through. Insigne's one-on-one with Livakovic. It's not the best of efforts from Insigne, and it is wide. We got a bit lucky there. Free kick for Chong, 33 minutes, back post, nobody is there. Ricky Puig is going to collect it for Napoli. He plays the long ball upfield. Juan Foyth, the former Spurs man, is going to collect it. He's going to go backwards. He does go backwards eventually, all the way to Livakovic in the Sampdoria goal. The Croatian goalkeeper, the number 1 goalkeeper in Croatia, Tripadelli. Ball forward finds Jude Bellingham, the now Borussia Dortmund signing. When I recorded the last episode, he hadn't actually signed for Dortmund. That's why I said he might have done it. Chong goes for goal, hits it wide of the post. Still 0-0. So we're having a lot of possession. That is one thing I've seen. We're having a lot of possession with this formation. We're not necessarily having the chances on goal. Tripadelli to Guillon, the 2 former Sassuolo players, passing between the pair of them. Tripadelli runs inside, across the field. Bazua heads down to Chong. If he can get past his man, goes back instead. Foyth, he's got 4 in the box. Plenty to pick from. Also lots of... It's a penalty, isn't it? That is going to be a penalty. Is it going to be a penalty? Oh, we're going to have to spend 75 minutes waiting for the referee to have a look at a tiny little black square. Is it a penalty? Is it going to be a penalty? Are we ready to decide whether this is a penalty or not? It's a free kick. Are we even going to see the free kick? No, we're not. It's going to be 0-0 at half-time. We haven't had the best of chances. In fact, we haven't really had any chances. Napoli have had 6 shots. None of them really good enough. That Insigne chance they probably should have scored from. Let's give them a passionate, you weren't that bad, you can still improve, which is effectively, I have faith. Right, what do we change? We have very little going on, by the way, in terms of what we're doing. So maybe we need to tell them, have some shots, shoot on sight. That's what we're going to go for. Alex Merritt with a goal kick for Napoli. 53 minutes on the clock. Not the best goal kick. And it's Jude Bellingham to run towards the goal. He's gone past one man. Goes straight for the goalkeeper. It was easier to score. It was actually easier to score. Instead, he kicks it straight to Alex Merritt. Now Guillon with the corner for us towards the back post. Doesn't find a Sampdoria shirt. The ball is cleared. Are we going to get the ball back in? Maybe not. Right, on the hour mark, Irabaran is going to come off. Resenda will be coming on, and we will keep you two that way round. And Chong and Bellingham both not having a great game. We don't really have a huge... I guess we can do that, can't we? We can stick Marius Wolf on that right-hand side for Chong. Bellingham will probably come off at some point, possibly for Cedric Itten, because Itten's actually scored a goal. Sturdew to Chong. It's not Chong, was it? It was Guillon. Chong's come off the pitch. Tripadelli, forward with it. Has to go back into the middle to Guillon. Long ball across to the right-hand side. Rashedli Bazua. Wolf's going to make a run. Instead, Bazua goes it alone. And Rashedli Bazua's long-range effort is just wide of the post. Going to give them another get creative. We've got ourselves a throw. Foyth to Leon. The Ecuadorian gets tackled by the man who conceded the free kick in the first half. We've moved back up to third place in the table for some reason. Alcacer plays it all the way back to Ricky Puig. Over the top once again. Paco Alcacer's going to keep it in play just about. He's got no options in the middle. And now this man, can't really try and pronounce his name. Alcacer once again. Back to this man again. Gets past his man with ease. Is he going to cross it? He's just going to try and walk it in. How have they... What's happened here? We've got the ball away. What was that for defending? Right, Bellingham's time is up. We are going to do Cedric Itten. They are saying Gabbiadini, but I feel like Itten is probably a better option. Because, he's actually not 33 years old. Throw for Napoli. Ceballos to Mariba. He's got 2 players behind him, sniffing all over him, trying to steal the ball away. But Ricky Puig now has it. Can run between 3 Sampdoria players, just splitting them. Calabria. Back to Puig. No, back to Mariba. Now Ricky Puig. Insigne Alcacer goes for a curling effort. Oh my word, Livakovic, what are you doing? Did that go in? I don't know whether that's gone in. I don't think that's gone in. Well, it's still 0-0. I think it didn't go in. This is going to be a 0-0 match against Napoli. And we're doing alright, actually. We're actually doing okay. We probably should be scoring a goal. But, Napoli are actually a decent side. Lazio, 5-1 up against Cittadella. Full-time whistle's about to go, isn't it? And Sassuolo have just picked up another point. No, they haven't. Juve have picked up another point for another draw. They're 6th of the season. We've drawn with Napoli. Actually wasn't a bad game of football. We just didn't really get any chances. I think this formation works well against the smaller sides. The bigger sides, maybe we need to play our usual formation. That was a bit of an experiment against Napoli. We've got Liverpool next. We'll go back to our normal formation and probably get battered. Well, we do stay in third place then with just the 2 Milan sides ahead of us. AC Milan in second, Inter Milan top of the table. Still 3 points behind table toppers Inter Milan. They managed to beat Cagliari, which dropped them down to 5th place. It's not the best result, but at least we're not doing what Juve are doing. 13th place, 9 points, 6 of them coming from draws. That's just surreal. Now, as we are playing Liverpool in a couple of days, anybody below 80% or 90% is going to have an extra day off. Because we're probably going to need it. I should probably give some of them 2 days off. Because, what's his name? I can't remember his name. The Bulgarian winger, he's been very tired. There he is, Georgi Kolev. He's been very tired, so let's give him an extra day off. He didn't play in that one. It wasn't even on the bench. I'm giving him an extra day off. So hopefully... Do I need to recall him and then bring him back? So recall him from that and then rest for 2 days. Sure. We'll be back for Liverpool. Well, we have boarded our flight to Liverpool and landed at John Lennon Airport ready for our Champions League group stage game against Liverpool. It is going to be a tough match. So far this season, we've played 2 matches on camera properly, and I don't think we've done very well at all. We've lost to Inter Milan. We've drawn in the last match against Napoli. Hopefully we can do something against Liverpool. I was going to say the champions of England, but I don't think they are in this game. No, past winners say Manchester City. They were champions in 2021-2022 though. Man City have been champions every single year otherwise. Jurgen Klopp, however, is still in charge. Has he been in charge all of this time? Yes, he has. He is still in charge. He's actually, obviously, as we kind of know, he's a very good manager, isn't he? Getting paid a lot of money as well. Probably deserved. So, Liverpool then are on excellent form. They have beaten Chelsea, Bournemouth, Bayer, Swansea and Brentford in the league. And then, obviously, Bayer was on in the Champions League. Top of the table, 6 points each. This is kind of... Whoever wins this has a very good chance of actually topping the group, don't they? So, for the Liverpool game then, we are back to our usual formation. It's going to be Livakovic in goal, Tripadelli, Sturgeon, Vallejo and Foyth as that back four. Guillon, Bellingham and Bazua in the middle of the pitch with Chong, Kolev and Rosenda as our strikers today. Kolev, as I mentioned just a second ago for you, has been very, very tired. He's returning to the starting 11 because he is our best left winger. I'd just like us to score a goal in this one. I have a feeling, a very worrying feeling, that this episode is going to consist of 2 0-0 matches. Well, Celtic have taken the lead in the other group game, so they've moved up to 3 points. We are almost 20 minutes in. Harvey Elliott with the free kick for Liverpool. It's Milenkovic, Savic, and it's 1-0 to Liverpool. Well, at least it's not another 0-0. I'm not going to lie, that wasn't the best goalkeeping, was it, from Livakovic? Sergei's header, why was he so far off of his line? What was he even thinking about? Bayer have equalised against Celtic, so 1 point apiece there. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Barella, Liverpool with the ball deep inside their own half. Alvarez all the way back to the goalkeeper. 2 Sampdoria players closing him down like we're 10-year-olds chasing after a football. Elliott back to Barella. Long ball onto the right-hand side. Finds Trent Alexander-Arnold. Guillon's pushed him over. That's going to be a penalty. I can see that one being a penalty, but the one in the last match was outside the area. Seriously, do we need this animation every time? Can we not have a skip animation button? I don't want to sit here and watch this for 30 seconds. Is it a penalty? It's a penalty. Of course it's a penalty. It was in exactly the same place as the last one, but this one's a penalty. So it's going to be 2-0 to Liverpool unless Livakovic can actually do something in goal. Barella steps up. Livakovic goes the right way, kind of. I mean, he looked like he was diving the right way. It goes straight past him. It's 2-0 to Liverpool. Not even half an hour on the clock. Guillon with a corner, seconds after the penalty scored. Header clear. Kolev's going to close it down though. The Bulgarian wonder kid facing the wrong way and goes all the way back to our goalkeeper Livakovic. That's what you don't want to happen from a corner. Tripadelli to Sergio, back to Tripadelli. He needs to get forward. Kolev now moved back to his natural left-sided position. He plays a lovely through ball. Rosenda, first time effort, and the Portuguese striker blasts it over the bar. Throw on the left. It's going to be Tripadelli towards Rashedli Bazua. Doesn't win the header. For some reason, thought that he did. I don't know what he did. He just carried on running into the penalty area. Bellingham to Bazua. Across. Great ball. Chong heads it down, though, for nobody. Why did he head that? I mean, I guess if he didn't, he wouldn't have got the ball. Sadio Mane, who's still at Liverpool, which is a surprise to me. Robertson down the left-hand side. I think that's Chong in front of him. Is he going to get the cross away? He does. Back post is Harvey Elliott. And Harvey Elliott's made it 3. This is just not a good performance. You know what we're going to do? We're actually going to change back over to this. I then need to rearrange everybody. And we're going to go for that. Sure. There we go. We're going to play this formation. Because at least we didn't concede for that formation. We also probably need to tell them to actually, have shots. That's the thing that I need to actually make sure I do. Well, half-time then. 3-0 down against Liverpool at Anfield. It's a bit of a piss-poor performance, to be honest. You're getting an angry shout. Absolutely terrible. Every single one of it. I mean, look at these numbers. 6.4s for 2 players. There's a couple of 6.5s and 6.6s in there as well. Just not been very good in this match. In this episode, we haven't had... I think we had like 2 highlights going our way in the entire episode so far. Celtic have taken the lead against Bayer, so they go on to 3 points. To be honest, I think this was probably a little bit of a step too far for us, wasn't it? Barella, corner comes in. Alvarez, Gomez is there. Fabian's there. The ball's hitting about 16 players. Livakovic holds on. Celtic now 3-1 up. The highlight has carried on, and Jude Bellingham now has the ball for us. Left-hand side is Tripadelli. He's going to run forward. He's got plenty of blue shirts to pick out if he can get his cross away. He does. It's Tahith Chong. He doesn't... Of all the players in the penalty area, you go for the one who's about 5'6". And Sturgew's going to get himself a yellow card for that. It's going to be 4. Sadio Mane makes it 4. We are an embarrassment at the moment. I guess one good thing from that is Sturgeon didn't get booked. Chong's having a shocker. He's coming off for Marius Wolf. Tripadelli's coming off for Muru. Rosenda's coming off for Irabarren. We're keeping Kolev on. actually playing out of position. I mean, just seen Sturgio and Vallejo 6.3 and a 6.4 as well. We're just getting beaten by the much better side. So the silver lining in this match, we've only conceded once with the change of formation. Make that twice if this goes in. Gomez, oh my word, what are we doing? We're not defending, are we? We're clearly not defending. It's 5-0 to Liverpool. So I was literally saying we've only conceded once with the change in formation. We've conceded twice now. Look at these numbers. That was absolutely appalling. Hold on. So we should not hold back and just let the team know how poor they were. I literally do this every other game, mate. Every other game. You're coming in for training. You're also all going to get an individual shouting at as well. You're all getting an angry, I'm not happy. I want people to feel demotivated. You should be demotivated because you were awful. Well, Champions League group stage then. We are still second in the table because we've beaten the two teams below us. We just need to make sure we beat Celtic and Bayer in the next two matches. I can't see us beating Liverpool, but as long as we go through, I guess we'll have to take it, won't we? Well, that is going to do it for a rather disappointing episode. We've played twice, Napoli and Liverpool. We've conceded 5 and scored 0. So far this season, we've picked up 1 point. We've got 1 draw and 2 defeats on camera. Next episode, we're going to go for Juve, because I'm a glutton for punishment, apparently. And then Parma, and maybe Celtic. We might do kind of like a weird triple header. So, yeah, that's what we're going to go, basically, someone before the January transfer window opens. We might have 2 episodes before the January transfer window opens. But yeah, next episode, we're going to go for Juve. I guarantee you that one. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2020 with Sampdoria. It's not been the best of starts, even though we are still 3rd place in the table and in a Champions League group stage. It's going okay, I guess. Hopefully next episode we can start winning some games on camera. If you did enjoy this episode, do remember to please leave a like. If you're new here and you would like to see more of what I do, hit that subscribe button. You can also ding the bell, apparently. That's the thing that YouTubers say, if you want to get notified every time a new video goes up. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.